So welcome to Never Dull Moment. I am Greg Blythe, and as always, we try to bring some different things. This particular episode of an unboxing's actually long in waiting. We featured the father under Chasing Unicorns, Tsukasa Hinoura. Today we feature the son. Like father, like son, that is the question. So today we have the unboxing of a 240 millimeter white number 2 Ajikataya, which is by Mutsumi Hinoura. So the son is 4th generation, Sanjo, Japan. You know, the father, Tsukasa Hinoura, legendary for his river jump. We have had several of his knives on the show under our Chasing Unicorns episode. I'll actually reunite you with one of them. The Unryu Mon knife that we had on the show, just absolutely stunning and gorgeous. It has definitely found another home. It is living in Singapore. So we will go ahead and introduce you to Mutsumi Hinoura's beautiful knife, and we're going to do a comparison to another unicorn. So this unboxing, you can see the knife has not been used. Definitely took the precautions. And this family name for the brand, Ajikataya, it's got that KUROUCHI finish, but if you really see, I don't know if my wife can see the subtleties of the Nisiji pear-like finish. There's like a little, it's not completely smooth. There's a little bit of a texture inside the KUROUCHI finish. You can definitely see the polish on the edge. Now, you know, this kid was born in 1981. And even though that's true, he's got more than 20 years watching dad. You know, he is the 4th generation. He is next in line. And, you know, the family loves white number 2. Such an amazing steel, so clean, so easy to sharpen. We've proven time and time again. We have so many knives. Even though blue is where I lean my heart, the white number 2 outperforms, and it's so easy to sharpen. So 2 things I want to do. I want to reunite you with one of the knives from father. This is a blue steel by dad, but this is his Rainbow Damascus Santoku. And you can see that they finished their different kanji. You know, dad really works hard to only make so many pieces at a time. And it is something to have one of his knives. I'm definitely still glad to have something in my collection. It's not that often he makes something in blue. Sorry about that. We've got some dogs making some noise today.
I'm not sure what's happening. Sorry about the blur, guys.
But again, loving having another unicorn, and one day maybe the son's knives will become unicorns as well. You can definitely see the size of the 240 millimeter, and they're known for their performance, so we're anxious definitely to see how well it performs. You know, the father spends a lot of time and energy on his fit and finish, and so we're going to definitely compare it to what the son does. But we're also going to compare it to another unicorn. So I specifically wanted to get out a knife, the Ajikataya. Now the Ajikataya is a blue steel, but I thought to myself when I saw this that it reminded me of a knife that I knew. Let's go look in the collections of knives and see what we have. So this particular knife you guys are familiar with. It definitely gets used. There's no point in having a knife if you're not going to use it. But the Ajikataya, which is going to be filmed a little later, getting a day at the spa, you can see that they are similar in style. The Ajikataya in this particular instance is about 232 millimeter. And so I also want to just kind of compare all the dimensions, especially the thickness. So I think the thicknesses are very similar, except for right at the handle. There's a little bit of a different thickness. But the thickness of the spine seems extremely close in size. Mm-hmm. So if you can't afford a $2,000 limited edition Ajikataya retired blacksmith and you want to get the young gun making something similar, following in the unicorn father, you can get something for a little under $400. This currently sells for $388 on Knifeware. I'll definitely put a link on their website for you guys. So like I said, we're going to go ahead and find out the performance. And later on today, after this episode's filmed, we're going to be restoring, so look for that in the future. We're going to be restoring this particular knife to its beauty. It has found a new home, luckily in my backyard in the same city. And I let him know he'll never have to worry about sharpening it, because it's always my honor to definitely be able to have it to play with, put a new edge on it, and give it back to him. He was worried that he had done something wrong because of the patina. He was not used to like what are patinas and everything. So you and I know that patinas are a necessary thing, and it does happen, but we will give it a little bit of a bath, so stay tuned for that episode. Okay, as far as the sun, like I said, I'll put a link above to some of the other knives that Dad makes, so you guys can check in on that. And so let's do what we came to find out. This thing's supposed to be legendary as far as sharpening, so we always go to the best tester first before we touch anything with it. And I don't know that I'm prepared, so let me see here. Oh, I guess I have something already strung across. Let's light it up. Oh, there you go.
I wonder if it's good. It's lopsided on the board, maybe?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems to be acting better now. It's behaving.
I'm wondering if I'm okay. So we have initially 152 on where we cut it. That's I mean, anything sub 200 is amazing. So now this knife can actually find its way from a box in the other room into the drawer for use, and it will get used today because it's food prep day.
Is there room in that drawer?
We will figure it out. Some things might have to be in rotation. So let's go ahead and see if we can get another score. Let's go closer to the heel. Okay, so what we're seeing is I'm getting a little bit of pressure on this end. So let me make sure. Let me get a little closer to the heel. Wow. I mean, I was super lightweight with that. Okay. Very nice. We always like to listen to the silence, so to speak. Okay. Sorry about that, little technical malfunction there.
He likes it.
I mean, it just caught like right off the bat, like. You know. It has a nice weight to it. I mean, I like bigger knives personally. That is just so, just catches. Nice. All right, let's do the old legendary paper towel thing.
Okay.
Before we start with dinner. I thought of my wife as my fingers were.
Thanks. No.
So we always talk about, like, is it too smooth for a paper towel? Like, does it need like a toothy edge? We got a little bit of a cut there.
Give it a little bit further down, yeah. It was sharper at the heel, towards the heel anyway. So
yeah, but what I was saying was, I'm always wondering with a paper towel, do you need like a toothy edge?
It's too polished, maybe.
Like it's too polished. Okay, so we've definitely learned that that the paper towel needs maybe a little teeth. Okay. So since I actually have to do dinner today, let's go ahead and this is the part that my wife loves. Are you really going to cut the bag?
Yep. I'm like, use a crappy knife to cut the bag.
It's just plastic.
So?
But it's so funny, like.
And he doesn't care if it's washed, just so y'all know. This is his food.
Yeah. That's how I survived COVID.
No jokes for people who had a hard time with that, though.
No jokes.
Didn't want to hear any backlash.
I like 240 millimeter. It's not okay. Let's check and look at something real fast. It's not an unusually tall knife, but yeah, there's plenty of clearance. You can definitely see there's the flat, and then there's just a little bit of rocker on the edge.
Yeah, and you have.
But I have a good size hand. I don't know how many of you wield a 240 millimeter knife. Yeah, I'm just going to do a little bit because I'm definitely going to get into dinner shortly. But
that thing's funky. It might need to be washed, but okay.
We'll wash it after, Michelle. Yes, I mean, I just wanted to see like what kind of light work, because this is not a chef knife is. Yeah, so I would say like it doesn't really have like the weight to kind of get through that. That's when you get your Nikiri. So even though it's sharp, I definitely feel like its weight is a little bit light for handling something as big as the vegetable. Interesting. So the hardness on this is between 61 and 63. It's ironclad Sanmai construction. You can definitely you can appreciate this. I mean, it's a simple design. Again, as simple as it is, not inexpensive if you're new to knives. 200 can seem like a lot. This is $388. So you definitely have to spend a lot. I don't know if it's just the family name. I'm glad to have it in the collection. I can't wait to maybe go ahead and run it on like a 800 grit stone and put some teeth on the back end of it. Let's go ahead and look at the fit and finish real quick. Definitely on the handle. One of the things I noticed was that it is smooth transitionally from the buffalo horn to the rest of the handle. I'm not quite sure about the wood putty discoloration. Mm-hmm. That's probably the only thing that I see that's just a little bit off. I mean, that's really being picky, first world problems, I guess. I do love the weight, and it's beautiful. Glad to add it to the collection. And I guess it's time to start working on dinner.
Yeah.
All right. So again, I'm glad finally to be able to break this knife out for you. In case you were thinking about the sun. By the way, if you're interested in the Rainbow Damascus one by his father, I am going to be putting that out there in the Facebook forums for sale. You can reach out personally on my social and see if we can come up with something for you guys. We have to definitely keep funding putting money back into the show. So we're going to be circling some of this out and cycling it back in so we can keep going. We're a little over 3 years, and we're 200 people away, just under 200 people away from reaching 10,000. We definitely appreciate your support. Hopefully this was not a dull moment, and I look forward to bringing you more unique episodes coming up. Thank you as always for joining us Friday nights at 8 o'clock. God bless.